What is up, everyone? This is Vloggers here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on another type of scope transition. Similar to my last two, this is going to require some masking, but this is actually requested by a viewer. He sent me a video and asked me how to do it, so that's what I'm going to do. Also, I want to talk about my channel. Today I reached 400 subscribers, which is awesome. I thank all of you for subscribing, and I want to release a graphics pack, but unfortunately that's probably going to have to come out when I reach 500 because that's not quite ready yet. So yeah, basically I want to thank everyone for subscribing, and also I want to thank these people. Zurion HD was the person who requested this tutorial, and Poison Gaming. I'm doing a montage for them right now. That should be awesome, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so basically the video is right here. And it's just like transition. Let me try to lower it, that way you guys don't have to hear it. Right as the scope comes in, I'll show you. This right here. So I'm going to show you guys how you can do all of that. Alright, so one thing that's important to notice is that as the scope comes in, it's like starting off smaller, and then let me try to pause it. It starts off small, the one side of the scope, and then it gets a lot larger. Now if you notice, it actually is pan cropped, which means it's scaled in size. So he did not use the cookie cutter effect, which is another effect that you can use to make circles like this, which is the one I showed you in the scope transition. Similar deal, except he's not using that. In fact, he's actually using the pan crop function. Now we're going to start this off in Sony Vegas, and we're going to go to After Effects. You could do both of it in After Effects, but to be honest, something like this would be a little more confusing in After Effects. So I'm going to stick with Sony Vegas, render it, and then go to After Effects. But generally, especially for YouTube, I want to do the most simple way, and you can get the same results. And we don't really have to do that much in After Effects. I'll show you guys that in just a minute. So right here, I have two clips, and I forgot the name of the person actually who sent me the clips. So I will try to put their link in the description. I'm not exactly sure. I have to contact the person through Skype. That's how they sent it to me. But yeah, these clips are awesome. And I'm just gonna remove the sound as well. That way you guys don't have to hear that. Basically, I'm going to start off with this clip right here. It's a 5-in-1 kill feed. I'm going to change this to good. Alright, auto. It's basically a 5-in-1 kill feed with the AK. And then I'm going to transition to this clip right here. So now we have both of our clips, and we have the bars on the side removed. We are going to first apply the transition. So we want to put whatever clip. I'm going to delete the audio track because there's no audio in this. And we want to create a few video tracks. So, okay, I created 3 video tracks for this. That should be good. The clip that you want to transition from, which would be the first clip you're playing, you want to play. You want to put on the bottom track. So I'm just gonna add a little fade here. A fade always looks nice. And here we get the clip. Basically, what you want to do is you want to find where you get your first kill. So right here. Okay. You want to find the exact moment. So right, you get the shot. Okay, you're going to then basically begin the clip there. So now when you play, it looks like this. All right, and then you want to go to the beginning of the clip, and then make sure that says best full, and then click save snapshot to file, and that's going to save the snapshot to the file. Okay, now you have this, and you can drag this right here. This is the file that we're going to be working with for now. I'm going to put this back to good, auto, and that should be good. So. But basically what you want to do now is you want to copy this by holding in make sure you select the clip, holding Control, hit C, and then go on the next track and hit Control V, and now you have 2 clips identical, and you want to click on this little button right here, Event Pan Crop. This one, make sure that this button right here is checked off. It says Enable Mask. Check that off. Make sure you're using this Anchor Creation tool, and you want to go along the crosshair. So let's see. If you hold in your mouse, you can create a curved mask, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. As you see right here, it looks pretty decent. Let me just try to get this along there again. Alright. Okay. Try and get this perfect. Okay. That looks about right. If you notice right here, this is what's going to be looking like. Excuse me. Cancel out of that. Do the same thing with the other one, except the opposite. So, alright, that looks pretty good. I know it's not perfect, but it'll do for this tutorial. You guys want to definitely spend more time on this. And we can fix that in After Effects as well. So now we have one, and then if we position it like this, one comes up, then the next one comes up, and I know that was just really laggy. I don't know why my computer is being laggy right now, but it shouldn't be, and it is. So, as you see right here, those pop up. Now, what we're going to be doing is, I set these markers up in case you guys haven't noticed. Only to make this tutorial a little bit easier, I'm going to make another marker in the middle. That way you guys can tell where they both pop up. You want to align these with the markers. You don't have to do this, but I aligned it in such a way that one pops up, then the next one does, and then this next marker right here is going to be where the stroke effect gets applied. So, alright. So, now we're going to click on this little button right here, Event Pan Crop, again, or we're going to right-click the clip and do Video Event Pan Crop. We're going to make sure that position is highlighted, okay? If we're still in the mask layer, we're going to end up drawing a mask, and that's not good. We're going to use our mouse wheel, and we're going to zoom out of this clip, okay? And then, before we even do anything, you want to make sure that you keyframe this last position right here. So go to where you set your middle marker, which should be where the next clip starts, as you see right here. Keyframe it at 100%, like keyframe the size. So keyframe it. Okay, then you want to go back to the first frame, and you want to drag this all the way out. Make sure you grab the corner and here. Undo that and make sure that this button right here is checked off. Okay, now you want to drag out the corner. Alright? So just see what happens. Okay? Keep doing that until it's barely noticeable. So, I would say that that's about good. Okay? Now what you want to do is you want to play it. It comes in. This is going to be a little bit slower than the actual video was that you guys saw. Now what you're going to do is you're going to apply a fade effect by going in maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 frames, and then drag the corner and change the fade offset. As you see right here, I have fade offset to 7 frames, so now when I play it, it looks like this. And it slowly fades in, so. And that looks good. Well, we want to do the same thing with the next one. We want to click on the Event Pan Crop. Make sure that we do not have the mask layer highlighted. We want to make sure that we have the position layer highlighted. Zoom all, well, I keep getting a little ahead of myself. You want to go to the next marker. You want to keyframe 100%. Go back to the first one and zoom out all the way. As far as you can. You can only zoom out so much. And then just drag out. Fade offset 7. Save what I have so far. Play it. Okay. Now we have 2 of these things right here. We want to make sure that we still have this little frame in the background. We still want this. So I'm going to single out this layer by clicking at this button right here, Solo. We want to go to the last frame of this layer, where it's still playing. Okay, I'm going to cut the clip. Make sure this says Best Full. And you want to snapshot the file. Now I want to make sure you guys understand what we're doing before I get any further, because I don't want to have a lot of questions about this. It's actually a really simple concept. Basically, I know I keep saying basically, I hope it doesn't annoy you guys, but I keep saying it. Never mind. Anyway, if you understand what's happening, I'll go back to Good Auto. As you see right here, the clip is playing, then the transition comes up, then the next transition comes up. Without this clip right here, it would be black, as you see right here, so it wouldn't really look all that good. We have to give it some time for this to come up, and then the next clip's going to play. So just add this right here, okay, until you decide. So right here, the stroke is going to be played, okay, until, we'll say, the stroke will be like that, this long, and then we will drag these, okay, alright, and then we're going to save it. Then we are going to, I guess we can apply an effect on a transition on this one, like some type of wipe. Let me just look at this clip again and see exactly what happens. Alright, so in the clip it's happening really fast, and you guys might not be able to notice, but he actually does not have any transition for this clip right here. So we're not going to do that, but you might notice a little more in this video because ours is a little bit slower. So just drag this up against it. Now I'm going to pre-render the whole entire clip, or just like pre-compose, I guess you can call it. That way you guys can see what we have so far in Vegas. And then we're going to go to After Effects and add the stroke effect. So, play it. One scope comes up, the next one comes up, and then that's going to be outlined, and then you're going to play it. So, I'm going to save it. Alright, so I'm going to run it to my desktop, cameras, yeah, I'm just going to do that. Make sure you check render loop region only. That's going to render everything that you just looped, or you looped in the loop region, I guess you can call it. Save it, and now it's going to render. It shouldn't take all that long. I'm going to get something to drink. Cameras, scope, transition, I guess that's what I called it. You want to import that now. Save what you have. You always want to save it in After Effects or in any program. It should be pretty much second nature for you to just holding Control and hit S, because that's going to really help you out a lot. I have mine playing at half. Just see what we have right now. Okay, and then we're going to add the mask, which will only take about a minute or 2 minutes. And it's pretty much done. So let's see. Okay, now it comes in. Alright, so right here, if you want to use page up and page down, you can find the exact frame in which it starts on. You want to make sure you find the exact frame, otherwise it's not going to look as good. So, okay. Now, right here is the second to last frame, and right here is the last frame. So this is the last frame of the transition, first frame of the scope. Now we want to add an ellipse. So if you hold this button in right here, generally it should say rectangle tool. You want to make sure you hold this in, and you want to change this to ellipse. And you want to double click it, and it's going to bring up a circle. You want to then double click on one of these points right here, and it's going to bring up a little transformation box. You want to then drag it so it is exactly aligned with the scope. If anything, a little bit inside of the scope. So like this looks good. This looks good. You might want to adjust some of it. I'm just doing this really quickly. You can add points with the anchor creation tool or the pen tool. That's how they call it in After Effects. So now if we hit the down arrow on mask and we go to add, if we change this to none, you can see exactly where this is. That's what we want to be up right now. Okay, again, save it. And we want to make sure that we have this mask selected. We want to go to Effect, Generate, and then Stroke. Now that's going to do nothing right now. You want to make sure that mask 1 is selected if you have more than one mask, and you want to change brush size to be larger. So like I'm going to set mine at 6. Actually, I'll do mine at 7 or 8. Do 7.5. Okay, and yeah, whatever, I'll just do 8. Okay, now you want to select your color. I will select green. I haven't done green yet in any of my videos. It doesn't look the best for a montage, but whatever. So again, find the exact frame in which it starts. You want to then click on the down arrow on Effects on the same clip, down arrow on Stroke, and then you're going to notice right here it says start, end, opacity, all that stuff. Right now, all we want to worry about is start and end, and then we're going to go to opacity, and then we're pretty much done. So you want to go until right as this little circle comes up, as you see right here. You want to then keyframe end, or you want to actually put end down to 0%, so that way nothing's colored. Then hit the page down key, keep hitting it until you see that the next clip pops up, which is right here. Okay, go one frame back. So it's the last frame of this clip right here, and then keyframe end at 100%. So now what happens when we play this is it looks like this. And then it goes to the next clip. I know it was a little bit laggy, but let me just play it one more time. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to keyframe opacity. You want to keyframe opacity at 100% right here. Or actually, we really don't have to worry about it that much in the beginning. We just want to go to the end. Last frame, keyframe opacity, and then go a few frames after, and then just keyframe opacity at 0. Now, when we play it, it looks like this. Alright, so pretty solid. You can also add some color correction now just to play it again. And yeah, that's basically it. You can do as many things as you want with it. You can change a lot of things up and make it look how you want to. You can add some color correction. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video, subscribe. I have 401 of them right now. And favorite it, send it to a friend, do whatever you gotta do to help people watch it, because if this is gonna help you out, then my job is complete. So thanks for watching. This is Volgriz, and see ya.